Hi everyone! So today I decided I wanted to do a video on my experience with Accutane because I meant to do videos about that a while ago when I was actually on Accutane and like film every so often along the way and just letting you know like about my side effects and everything like that, but I never got around to do that. So I just decided to do a video on it now. And I guess I'll just start about just telling you about my skin, like my acne and all that kind of stuff. So I probably started breaking out around, I think I was about like 16, I think. And I mean, at first when I had breakouts and stuff, it wasn't that bad, but it got really bad around, I think when I was like 17, 18, 19 years old, and that was probably like the worst of it. And I pretty much tried everything because I saw like a dermatologist, like a couple different dermatologists, and I pretty much tried like all the different prescriptions, and I tried antibiotics, but the problem was that my skin is so sensitive that any of the topical stuff was just so harsh for my skin, and it just made it worse. So I didn't really get any results from any topical treatments. And the antibiotics, I don't think really even did much at all. It was kind of weird. It didn't do much. And the only thing that actually did kind of help was birth control pills, because I think my acne was hormonal. So that actually did clear up my skin. But I mean, I still would get some breakouts, but it pretty much cleared it up for the most part. But I just didn't want to be on those for like a really long time, just because I was getting really paranoid about the whole thing with like blood clots, and I don't know, I just was freaking out about that. So I just wanted to get off, and I kind of wanted to just have clear skin without that, like not having to be on something for the rest of my life just to keep my skin clear. So I finally went to another dermatologist, and she thought that I should go on Accutane. And at that point my skin wasn't even that bad, like my acne was definitely not severe, but it was just really annoying because nothing was helping it, and it was just kind of persistent and it was always there. So she thought that I could maybe finally clear my skin for good if I went on Accutane. So it was just like, it was a very tough decision. Sorry, I'm like, I don't know why I can't talk. Because, I mean, I heard a lot of bad things about Accutane, and so I was kind of scared. Like, I didn't know if it was worth it to go on it, and then like, what if I had like some horrible side effect and stuff like that. I was just really nervous about it, but I decided to go on it because, I mean, I had suffered from acne for like years, and it was just really annoying. I just wanted finally something that actually will help, maybe. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and hopefully it goes well. So I ended up going on it in, if you're wondering why I'm looking down, it's just because I have like some notes right here just so I can make sure I get everything I want to in the video. I went on it in September of 2011, and I started out at 20 milligrams. And I kind of wanted to start out a little less, because she said that I think usually that you would start higher than that, which I thought that was kind of high too. Like, I was just like, I felt like that was kind of high as it is, but she said that was good. So I started at that dose, and I gradually, like, we kind of just went up in the dose after a little bit. So I ended up at the end of my course, it was 60 milligrams. And I was on it for 6 months, so I got off of it at the end of February in 2012. And, oh yeah, another thing I was really nervous about was swallowing the pills, because they only have like capsules, like they're pretty big capsules, and I never could really swallow pills. I've never swallowed anything that big before. I can only swallow things that are really, really small, like tiny little like pills. So that was something I was really nervous about, and I asked her about it, and she said that I could open the capsule and then put it in applesauce or something and then take it. But I actually tried doing that, and I noticed that I got like really bad acid reflux because I have problems with that, and I think it was because the stuff in it was, I mean, that's probably not good to be like in like touching your esophagus and everything. So I think it was kind of like burning as it was like going down, even though I had it in something. So I was just kind of freaked out about that, and I decided to just try taking it, swallowing them, because they were about, I think they were like that, no, yeah, like about that tall, like that big. And what I did was actually I would put some ice cream on a spoon, and then I put the capsule into the ice cream in the middle of it, and then I kind of would just like put that in my mouth and then drink some water. So that's actually how I learned to take those. So it actually got pretty easy for me doing that way. I think I always did it like that though, because I didn't like to just take the capsule by itself. I always like to have it in something. So that's a tip if you're not good at swallowing pills. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is my side effects that I had while I was on Accutane. And I didn't actually have that bad of side effects. I mean, I did notice that I had some back pain and like kind of joint pain, which I know some people get, but I mean, it wasn't anything really severe, so that wasn't too bad. And probably the biggest side effect I noticed was obviously dry skin and dry lips, which, I mean, I feel like everyone gets that side effect because that's, I mean, Accutane just dries your skin out. So what I used on my lips, I always used like some kind of chapstick or something, and at night I would always put Vaseline, just like, you know, plain Vaseline on my lips, which I do normally every night anyway. And I think I also carried around during the day a little thing of Aquaphor, which is kind of like Vaseline, but it has like some other added ingredients in it, which I know a lot of dermatologists recommend that for when you're on Accutane. So pretty much all you need is just something that actually will really moisturize your lips well. And then for my face, I had to use, you want to make sure you use like a gentle cleanser because your skin will be dried out. So I was using the Aveeno Ultra Calming Cream Cleanser, which is actually discontinued now. So, which I was kind of disappointed about because I really liked that cleanser. But I would just recommend something that's not too drying and just something really gentle and not like anything with like fragrance and all that, because that will just make your skin a lot more irritated. And then for a moisturizer, I was using the CeraVe, or CeraVe, I don't really know how to pronounce it, moisturizing cream. And this is what it looks like. It's just in this tub, and I actually like the cream better than the lotion because, I don't know, the texture of this is better, I think. And it works really well. I actually really like using this on my legs after I shave because it works really well. But I think I was using that for my moisturizer most of the time on my face. And the only thing actually with this is that I know some people can get breakouts from it. So, I mean, I don't know, you might want to be careful about that. If you notice you're bringing out like a lot more when you're using that, then I wouldn't use it. But you definitely need to try to find some kind of moisturizer. Another thing is that if you're going to be out in the sun a lot, then you want to make sure you have sunscreen on because Accutane will make you more sensitive to the sun. So definitely make sure you have sunscreen on. And I actually also noticed when I was on Accutane that my eyes would get red a lot. So I wasn't really sure if it was like because they were dry, but I actually ended up during that, like when I was still on Accutane, I had an eye doctor appointment, and he was actually noticing that my eyes were kind of dry. So he just gave me this little thing of eye drops. It's Blink Tears lubricating eye drops. Moderate. I cannot talk, seriously, this is really bad. Mild to moderate dry eye, and they're just like this. But I think you can, I'm pretty sure you can buy these in like a drugstore. I don't know, because I just had this one that he gave me. So I would use that if my eyes were kind of feeling dry. And I also noticed that my mouth almost felt dry too, which is kind of weird, but they actually make, I think it's by Biotine. There's like a mouthwash for like dry mouth or something, and so I got that. So if you have that problem, then maybe you should try using like that mouthwash. And what else? You definitely don't want to be using any like acne treatments, like topical treatments, when you're on Accutane, because that's just adding something else that can dry your skin out and irritate it. So definitely do not do that. And another side effect I noticed was that my face would get red a lot, and like my cheeks would kind of flush, and it would just be kind of like a random time when it would do that. Like it'd just be randomly, it'd be doing that. But I noticed after I got off of it, after a few months of being off, it like stopped doing that. So I was happy about that because I didn't want it to be something permanent. So I think that's pretty much it as far as side effects. I was really lucky that I didn't get anything too severe because I was really scared about that. But I don't think I had any other side effects that I know of. So overall, I think my experience with Accutane was really good, and I'm actually really happy that I went on it. But I know like some other people can get pretty bad side effects. So I mean, it's just something that you have to kind of just decide for yourself, and obviously your dermatologist has to like prescribe it. So you can't just be like deciding just to go on it, because they don't usually prescribe it to people if you just have like mild acne, unless you've tried everything else, they would prescribe it. Okay, so I think I covered everything, and if you guys have any other questions, you can just let me know down below in the comments. And I hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching.